Alright guys, so we are back again with our second round of, the Pokemon Ozine VGC, and right now let's see the screens, and right now we have the Togekiss, Gyarados, Rotom Wash, Excadrill, Tyranitar, and Snorlax for, I believe, Arby? Oh, no, it's for Kennard.
Yeah, so Kennard gonna be having that blue hand side, and here for the red, it's gonna be Arby with the Galarian Mr. Mime. We have the Braviary, the Drakefish, the Whimsicott, we have Excadrill and a Tyranitar as well. So already looking into these two teams, we're seeing a little bit of that Sandstorm action here
Yes.
for our red hand side. It's very interesting though. He's staying on that Mr. Mime over the Mr. Mime. That does mean he will be running the Eviolite in the first place. Getting more of that special attack and defense perhaps. What do you think about that?
Well, the thing is, both of these players have Tailwind, and of course the Sand Rush ability and the Sandstream ability of Tyranitar, and this Togekiss right here is I believe a Tailwind setter, but I don't think that's the case. Definitely this Whimsicott is going to be a Tailwind setter, giving them priority on the stand, on the speed. I don't think they need the Mr. Mime in this, except if he's going to counter the Sandstorm. Because if he's going to go for the Tailwind, then he would go for the Dracovish instead of going for the Excadrill.
Yeah, anyway, we are going to get into the game. I was just really curious why you would run the Mr. Mime over the Mr. Rhyme in these scenarios with Eviolites perhaps. But anyway, we're going to be trying to confirm what they have. I'm expecting both the Excadrills and Tyrantars to show up in the first place. It's going to be Sand versus Sand in the situation. But no, there we go. We already see Mr. Mime and Braviary to start things off. And it's going to be all about getting those screens out for that Mr. Mime in the first place. In the meantime, with that Braviary, you can get that Tailwind set on, get some speed going. But on the opposite end, interesting enough, we have Excadrill and Snorlax to start things off. So potentially Snorlax going to be trying to go for as much setup as possible with his abilities. Of course, the Gluttony going to be allowing him to eat that berry on that 50% threshold. And overall, this has to be more or less the curse stack here for Snorlax on the blue hand side. But what is Kennard and Arby? What are they going to start things off? Will we see a Dynamax at the very start of this match, JJ?
I don't think we're going to see a Dynamax at the very start. Though I'm seeing the Dynamax Excadrill right here. And there we go. I think it's going to be a Dynamax Excadrill. Definitely, especially with that Snorlax as his basis right there. And obviously, there we go. Just like I said, it's going to be the Dynamax Excadrill. And definitely, like you said earlier, it's going to be a Mr. Mime lead with the what's the item again?
Eviolite.
Eviolite, but apparently it's not an Eviolite, it's a screen cleaner. Which is really interesting, a new item.
Ability.
A new item here.
We'll see. In the meantime, we do get
and there we go.
We're going to be Braviary going for that big onside.
Really interesting.
See, he's probably going to be setting up these max flying attacks, get some more speed going with that Whirlwind behind in the first place. Those things start things off with a fake out here from Mr. Mime, looking for the flinch already on the Snorlax, preventing perhaps any kind of setup there from the big hefty man. Steel Spike though, in response, looking for the KO.
Oh wow, insta kill, and definitely there's going to be a plus on the special, on the defense rather, of both of his players, both of his characters, both of his Pokemon rather.
And that's a good thing about Dynamax. It's so easy to set things up. Interesting enough, it's going to be Max Knuckle in
to the Snorlax, interestingly.
Snorlax looking to get the KO as soon as possible. Just prevent any of the attack defense to come on up. There you go with the flinch. And really, Snorlax still set on that base. But we are going to be expecting a switch here and now from RB. Kennard in the meantime might be able to get some more stacks going with that Steel Spike. And Dracovish going to be
Dracovish, interestingly. Does this Braviary have Tailwind?
Yep, it does.
It does. All right. So if it does the Tailwind, it would get the speed and would give the Fisher's Rend an additional 100% on attack. So that would be good. But that is only if he would move faster. But apparently it's going to be Max Steel Spike against this Braviary. Not going to be able to kill it, but he's going to have his defense up right there with +2 stages right now.
It's a little difficult though for the Braviary. He won't have access to that Tailwind till he turns back to normal. But Max Airstream instead, that's going to be going for that speed boost as much as possible. And maybe, just maybe, you can get those stacks onto that Dracovish with enough to rend. It really depends on how these two Pokemon are trained in the first place in terms of those natures. And EVs. But still, Snorlax going to be chomping on that berry, going to be eating that one, expecting perhaps a recycle later on, because he hasn't really done much with the Snorlax in the first place. Vicious Red though, going to go for the super effective. No, it's going to be the first curse here for Snorlax. It's time to get some Juju on, and that Snorlax looking a little scared here. Speed going to go down, but no, that's going to be attack and defense going on, making it tankier and heavy hitting.
And now, obviously earlier I said it's going to be a tailwind, but never mind. With the max move of Braviary, giving them +1 on speed, he doesn't need the tailwind anymore. He can be faster than anymore, and he can just do the Fisher's Rend, giving him 100% additional damage into his attack. But right now, he's on the move right now. Excadrill and Snorlax on +2 on the defense right now, and he can pretty much, he can pretty much endure any attacks that Fisher's Rend, Dracovish can do, and as well as Braviary. But we have to remember the plus on the speed with Dracovish on the Fisher's Rend would potentially kill the Excadrill on the next round.
Yeah, it's going to be Excadrill, probably a target here from the Dracovish, as the Snorlax is going to have that extra +1 on that defense thanks to that curse. And the stats are getting scarier and scarier here for Kennard. Arby needs to move fast, but he's already down one Pokemon. Got that free switch onto Drake for sure. And into the Max Knuckle we go onto the Snorlax. He's really looking for that KO, trying to play that super effective role, but it's really not going to be setting things up for Dracovish as much as you would expect. It does increase the attack though, will increase on that power. Vicious Friend now coming on out. He's still the second only Braviary.
Oh wow, ending it! There we go. Like I said, if you attack first than your opponent with a Fisher's Rend, you're gonna get it. And then we're gonna max Steel Fight to increase its defense once again. He now has +3 stats on defense. Excadrill really enduring every hit right there. And let's see what's gonna happen right now. Let's see the next Pokemon that's gonna stand out.
Yeah, but isn't that the third turn already, JJ? Shouldn't Dynamax might be ending really soon?
It is the end. It is the last one.
There you go. So in terms of that turn count, turn 4 here, Gyarados gonna be out instead. Gonna be cutting those attacks by a bit. Way that intimidates.
Alright. We have to remember as well that Braviary here has now Defiant, which would increase his attack instead of getting lowered. And Defiant here, if you get your stats lowered, your attack will increase. And in this time, since there's the Intimidate, right, it did not decrease his stat point on this on the physical attack. Whereas because of a Defiant, he increases its attack instead.
But I like this also for Arby in this situation. Now that Braviary has that extra attack, he doesn't really need to go for that tailwind as much as you would expect, since he set things up with the Airstream earlier on into this match. Gyarados looking for a little bit of that damage as well. What does the Gyarados even have in our match type? Maybe some power-ups might be helpful, but oh, the Excadrill going down already. One big hit, courtesy of the Braviary. Close combat, gonna get the damage done. And apparently this is gonna be a DPS Braviary into the fold instead. Max Knuckles increasing the damage, intimidates, getting countered with that Defiant. And it's time for the berry to whip up on the Gyarados, but it's very difficult right now for Kennard. Good turnabout play here from Arby as soon as Dynamax ends.
And there you go. We're definitely gonna see the fourth Pokemon of Kennard right now, but with that Dragon Dance, I don't think that's going to help him at all. But if it did, then it would be some kind of miracle right now with a Rotom Wash coming out, and definitely it's going to be a Thunderbolt into that Braviary. Really good stuff. And as well as, the Gyarados can basically do a Power Whip against that Dracovish.
Yeah.
It might end things up, but it all depends if he is faster or not.
Yeah,
if he's faster, he can end it up. If it's not, it could be his final turn. As we have to remember that he still Arby here still has three Pokemon.
Yeah, it's just the big thing is he wants to go for the Dragon Dance, try and keep up with that speed. But already so much depth there from the Braviary as well as that Dracovish. It might not be enough in this scenario, looking at the stats there. So we do see Gyarados will pop the Protect first. Gonna be playing it safe, needs to buy some time. And we'll see if our Rotom can get some damage done. No, it's gonna be Tailwind for Braviary, even going ahead. The Rich get richer. And this is a back speed here and not for both. But the Gyarados gonna get that protection. Good call there. And Thunderbolt gonna get that stab damage as well onto the Braviary.
And there we go.
And it feels like RB, knowing that the Braviary will go down by this turn, not really gonna get much in terms of the match types, especially using that close combat earlier on. So he is gonna be going for that free switch instead into the Whimsicott. And it's gonna
And there
be
you go. This is going to be
interesting.
one heck of a battle. As we all know, Whimsicott here could be a potential setter, but he's going to use it as his final Pokemon. Let's see. Both of these players have 2 Pokemons left, and let's see what it's going to be. We have to remember that Arby here has the Tailwind setup, and as well as Rotom here going in for that nice protect against that taunt. There we go, and we're definitely going to see one hit from that Gyarados, and I think that's going to be it. There we go. Thanks to that Tailwind making him faster than ever.
Yeah, ×2. Who cares about the half effectivity when you get that ×2 with the Rend, as well as the fact that extra speed, that extra attack buffs, courtesy of the Braviary, what a Brave Soul it was. But now it's going to be the Rotom against the world, and this looks very difficult here and now for Kennard. Gonna get that Taunt on out, and the Washing Machine has to go for the attack into the Fishing Rend though. Gonna do some damage there against the Washing Machine yet again. Still not going to be as effective, not a one-hit KO by this point. Thunderbolt on the Dracovish in response, gonna be, it's not gonna be enough, and this has to be game by this point.
Yeah, it is pretty much it. It's pretty much it. The game right there. We all know even if you can, you can just do that. Fisher's Friend. He has the tailwind set up and everything. Even though Whimsicott is a setter, he can pretty much just attack as well. And that even if he can just stall it out, it will still be the game.
Yeah, and so interesting. He whipped out both the Mr. Mime and the Whimsicott. We didn't see much about that Mr. Mime. And as I was asking before, why not go for the Mr. Rhyme instead? Sure, you can go for the Eviolite with the extra specials. What do you think? Why did he actually evolve that Pokemon?
Well, I think it has something to do that he was trying to set up with the Mr. Mime, but unfortunately the Mr. Mime got knocked out immediately.
Really got fake out though on the Snorlax. That was something.
And I mean, it has the Eviolite, Freeze Dry, Thunder Wave definitely going to be a setup for him to be faster to set up Dracovish with a Tailwind in a Thunder Wave as well, making him the fastest Pokemon ever in that game. But that's gonna be it for our game. That's Arby versus Kennard. And again, guys, we are JJ. I am JJ-kun, and this is Daks. And that's it. That is it for our round 2. And definitely we're gonna be back for our round 3. Make sure to stay tuned.